Hey, are you looking for ways to empower your child, but you know that you need to do certain things before you can empower them? Well, if you're thinking that, this video is for you. My name is Kathleen, by the way, and I'm a dyslexic here to help other dyslexics and their parents. I am also a dyslexic and am here to help you. So let's get into this video. Empowering your child to understand and embrace their dyslexia is a journey, not only for the student, but for you. So in this video, I have compiled 6 tips that I've seen that really help parents through their journey of understanding and empowering their child with dyslexia. So tip number 1 is you have to accept your child's diagnosis with dyslexia. And that might actually take some time. And that's totally okay, because this is not what you dreamed of. This is not what you thought of. You thought you were going to have a child that was going to easily excel through school, go on to do incredible things, and that still can absolutely happen if you empower them. But school is definitely not what you thought. Homework in the evenings is not what you thought. And so it's going to take some time to accept the fact that your child has this ability. And especially if it doesn't run in your family, it came from your spouse's family, it can take a little bit longer because you're having to figure out what dyslexia is. You're having to figure out the drawbacks. You're having to figure out the advantages. So take some time and know that it's okay, because you are going to go through a grieving process because it wasn't what you imagined. Tip number 2 is you have to share that your child is a dyslexic with them. You cannot hide this. A lot of people are just like, oh, it's no big deal. I don't have to tell them. It'll be fine. No, it's not true at all. You definitely need to tell your child that they are a dyslexic, because trust me, they know something is different. They know that they're not fitting in. They know they're not understanding the information compared to their classmates. They know. They're very observant. They're brilliant. So hiding this and thinking that it's all going to be fine is not okay. You need to find a way to tell your child they are a dyslexic. And if you're interested in the tips and tricks I have, go ahead and send me an email at hello@dyslexiclabs and include tips to tell my child. Tip number 3 really does come into play with both tip number 1 and tip number 2. So you need to fully understand what dyslexia is. You need to understand that it is a neurological, and that it's the way our brain processes information. It's not tied to IQ. It is not a vision problem. It is not a lot of things that people say it is. It really boils down to how our brain processes information. And each dyslexic is different, so what they're good at and what they struggle with are going to be different. So you need to figure out what your child is good at and what your child needs extra help in. Tip number 4 is celebrate the little things. Learning is so hard, and pulling from rote memorization is difficult with low memory recall sometimes, and just remembering certain things. Whenever they do something, you need to celebrate it. You need to encourage them to keep going. So by all means, celebrate the little wins. If it's a little thing like they learned one multiplication fact, celebrate it. If they were able to write one paper and have less help, celebrate it. Any way that you can celebrate and encourage them to keep going is going to help both of you. Number 5 follows along with tip number 4. Support them in everything they do. And you know what? It's okay. If your child is not into academics, it's totally fine. You can come. School is going to be hard, and we know that. But you can encourage them to find something outside of school that they can be really good at and that they can put their attention and energy into and focus to be really good at it. When you stop and look at some of our famous athletes, half of them are dyslexics, and they wanted to be good at something. So they took all their energy and time and practice and put forth more energy and effort in that to become something special and great and do something that nobody else could, and for them to help boost their self-esteem because they were good at something. They weren't shining in the classroom and they knew it, but they're shining like on the basketball court, they're shining in the swimming pool, they're shining somewhere else. And so if that is your child, make sure that you're embracing and encouraging them to find something that they are passionate about. Number 6 is my last tip, and it is have patience when learning something difficult. Remember that dyslexia doesn't just affect reading, writing, and spelling. It also affects executive functions. So working memory, memory recall, rote memorization, organization, and time management are all struggles for dyslexics. Most of the time, people are unaware of the fact that executive functions are affected when it comes to dyslexia. But the truth is, they really are, and they need extra support in this area. So, with that being said, when it comes to learning multiplication facts or having to reteach the information 3 and 4 times, you need to practice patience. So if you take anything away from this video, just remember that you need to be patient and that they will eventually get the information that they need to be successful. But I don't want to just leave you with that, but also look at all the famous dyslexics and how they struggled in school, but they were able to overcome it and become very well-rounded individuals that go on to be very successful when they put their minds to it because they felt empowered, because their parents supported them. They maybe had a teacher that fought for them. And so when you're thinking of all of these things, remember that this is just the beginning, and the beginning is really, really hard, but it can turn into something really wonderful when you take the time to support and encourage your child. Thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. And I just wanted to let you know again that on Friday I have a huge email going out to my email list with lots of good information to support and talk about October, because it's Dyslexia Awareness Month. And so we're going to be doing all types of fun things over here at Dyslexic Labs, and I can't wait to share that information with you. So if you haven't already jumped on my email list, go ahead and do that so you know what's going on before everybody else. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.